Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Gemma and this is Raining Cats and Bobbins. Well damn, but it has been a hot minute since I have done one of these. It has been such a long time, the better part of a year I think. I actually have no idea. Yeah, please excuse if there's a case of return of the ums. I feel like I'm pretty much starting from scratch. I'm actually quite nervous doing this. It's really a strange feeling. But yeah, I'm back. Hello. Let's see how this goes. I don't really know where to start. So I thought for my first vlog, I am reigniting my channel. I had a very long break, which I hadn't really planned. I know I've not ever really been that consistent with doing videos anyway, but that was a lot longer than I expected it to be. And to be honest, there was a point where I kind of was considering just not coming back and just scrapping the channel. But I thought about it, and I do enjoy this. I really do enjoy coming on here and connecting with you and talking about sewing and crafts and all that jazz. Yeah, and I'm not ready to give that up yet. So I am restarting this channel. Restarting? I don't know. Carrying on, reinventing, reigniting, whatever. Starting this again. Beginning of the year 2022. Happy New Year, by the way. And we'll see what happens. I have written, obviously it's a new year. I'm not into the whole new year, new me. It's the same me, deal with it. But I have written a list of goals, which I do all the time. And every year I also say, I'm really going to try them this year, but this year I really am going to try. I'm doing like a manifestation challenge on Facebook with this lovely lady called Emma Mumford. And it's been on my list. I've been in the group for like about 2 years, and this is the first time I'm actually taking part. And it is helping. I mean, it's only like day 3, and it is helping more for me to sort of really reflect and be like, right, what is it I actually want to do? What is it I want? How do I make this happen? And I'm very much aware that I need to start showing up for things that I want to do, such as vlogging, rather than just giving it lip service, which tends to be all I do. I need to actually show up and make it happen. So yeah, vlogging is something I do still want to do. I still want to try. So here I am showing up. You're welcome. But let's see what happens. Anyway, so it's been the better part of a year since I've been here. I hope you're all doing okay. It's obviously still been a strange year. It's still a strange time that the world is in. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. I don't want to sort of just give you some empty there. I'm sure you're doing great. You're doing how you're doing, and that's okay. So yeah, we're all facing different challenges, you know, and all going through, we're in the same storm. I love the quote, like we're all saying like we're in the same storm, but we're in different boats. So we're all handling it differently, reacting differently. And yeah, so, but I do genuinely hope that you are well and that you are just getting through this time however you need to. I'm currently doing it with hot chocolate. So good. Yeah, so I don't really know what to say about the past year. Obviously it's just been another weird one. Still been working, been doing some a little bit of overtime because obviously it's quite busy. I moved house at the beginning of the year. It was back in March, so that's almost a year that I've been here, and I haven't filmed while I've been here actually, so yeah, like it is coming up to a year. But it was a really great move. I am still living with a housemate, but only one. And the house is so much better. I feel so much better. The environment is just so much more peaceful and happy, and I do feel a lot better. I've still had a lot of ups and downs, like the move from the previous house wasn't as smooth and nice as I was hoping it to be, but you know what, that has been dealt with and I've released all of that, you know, love and light, whatever. But yeah, it's been still kind of rocky. Like like everyone, I've been like this, and I just have had zero motivation to come on here. I've had pretty much zero motivation to sew, especially like the last few months. I've made a few bits this year, mostly when I've been involved in like an online sewing group, like with friends or whatever. I've been a bit more productive that way. By myself, not really so much. But I'm wanting to sew, so that's a start, and it's just doing it. I've had obviously the time off between, I booked the time off between Christmas and New Year for annual leave. So I have had some time, and I've only, well, to be honest, I've only used a couple of those days to try and sew, because I've mostly just been chilling out, and it hasn't gone that well, I have to say. Like, I managed to get some repairs and stuff done, things that I've had waiting for ages, but actual sewing has just, I don't know, like, it's like I've forgotten what to do, and it's just all gone like absolutely pear-shaped, which I almost let it like get to me and upset me and demotivate me, but then I was like, no, I'm just obviously not meant to do that today, I'm going to do something else, and actually then felt really good. So, but I'm going to get back to it, because I pulled out some bits that I'm like, oh, actually I like this needs to be done, blah blah blah. Anyway, but yeah, back to the house move. So obviously different background. That's another thing that I've used as an excuse not to video, is like, oh, I don't know where to do it, I don't know how it's going to look, la 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 la. Who cares? It doesn't matter. I'm stood up now because I don't really have anywhere that I can plop you down and sit down, but I'm going to try not to fidget too much. That's my issue that I was a little bit worried about, is that I'm just going to fidget a lot while I'm standing, but you know, just dance around the screen for your entertainment. But yeah, I'll try not to fidget too much. But yeah, I know other vloggers who stand up while they're doing it, and it's absolutely fine. So I'm like, if they can do it, so can I. So yeah, so it's a different background. This is in my bedroom now. However, I no longer sew in my bedroom. If you remember, in my previous house, my sewing table and machine and everything was in my bedroom. No, that's not the case here, which I'm so very thankful for, because it did not make for the most resting place. I'd very much like to have it separate. So I've got my bedroom, which is my place of being just relaxed and trying to sleep, and sewing, which is obviously a buzz of creativity, or at least that's what I would want it to be, and that can be in a separate area. So I will probably just pop a snapshot of my sewing desk, because it's just in the dining room downstairs, but it's like a kitchen diner, and it's just the desk with a bit of shelving. So I'll pop a snapshot of that somewhere here or at the end or whatever. But in my bedroom, I do have storage, which is where I keep the majority of my sewing paraphernalia, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So I thought I'd just give you this will just be a quick sort of hiya, tour, see you soon type of thing. So that's the general gist of this video, I guess. You will be pleased to know, I hope, that I've made a list already. I sort of sat down the other day and I was like, right, because I want to get this started again, I don't want to be drawing a blank of like, oh, what can I vlog about today? So I've written a list of vlogs to get me started, and then obviously as I work on stuff, I'll be able to add to it. So yeah, that's a list to get me started. Very first one is moved house sewing space tour, so I'll be able to tick that off once we're done. I feel like I'm talking really quickly. That's obviously just the nerves, but I'm getting a bit out of breath, so just gonna take a breath, calm down. Here we go. Okay, so in my bedroom I have some built-in wardrobes, which obviously houses my clothing and some other crap that I don't know where else to put, as you know, as is the usual. But it also houses my fabrics and some patterns, mainly my PDF patterns. My paper patterns are downstairs, which I'll again pop some snapshots in. It also has the dreaded project bags in as well. I did go through and have a sort out. I don't know if you've watched, but Hales Moore, she's done on her sewing channel. If you don't watch it, you really should. I'll link her down below. A little while ago, she did like a massive clear out of her house. She's having a proper go through. And obviously I recently moved, so I'd already done that, sort of in that regard. But my sewing stuff, I I pretty much, you know, I took it from one place and then found another space for it to go through. And then when I was watching her, I was like, you know what, I really should go through that properly. Like all my sewing stuff, like my project bags, I really need to go through those, because am I just keeping them because I feel bad if I scrap them, or am I keeping them because I actually like them? You know, that sort of thing. And yet, to be honest, I only actually think I got rid of one project bag. The rest I do want to make. Maybe not straight away, but at some point I do want to make. So I only got rid of one bag. However, I did have a lot of, actually no, it wasn't a project bag, but it was a half finished dress. Well, it was a toile. I've got rid of that because I'm like, actually, I would never, it was meant to be a wearable toile. I'll never wear it. That's gone in the textiles charity bag. And I think that's all I managed to get rid of. And I'm pulling out some patterns that I don't want, because I'm going to pop them on a swap table at a crafty thing that I'm going to go to. So yeah, I went through it a bit, but I also had some mending that needed to be done. I've managed to get a couple of those bits done, so it's a little bit emptier. It looks fairly empty now when I show it to you, but that's because I've got quite a few project bags downstairs that I was trying to pick between to sew. So it looks a lot better than it actually is, but that's neither here nor there. So let's get to it. I'm going to flip you around, and I'm not going to really show you my room because you don't really need to see that, but I will show you my sewing space. So give me 2 seconds. Okay, now this is, let me stand back a bit. This is my built-in wardrobes. There's my cat tree. I didn't have the ring light on. That was a birthday gift from my brother and sister-in-law. I didn't have that on because, as you can see, I'm right in front of the window and I feel like there was enough natural light. But yeah, this is my built-in wardrobe. I've got some boxes full of yarn just on the top. That is clothing and like shoes and stuff. And then in these ones here, it does have clothing, but we'll just ignore that bit. At the very top, this is where I've got my PDF patterns. So they're in all of the, let me just come around here. They're in all of the folders. I've got my t-shirt yarns, and then I've got some boxes above the little crafty bits. So some crochet boxes, a little jewellery making thing, candle making thing, a little crystal thing. So I keep all of those in there. There is a book in there as well. I've got a cross stitch here. There is some patterns in here. Yeah, so that's what's included in there. I do have some stuff that's tucked away. Let me just see if I can get to it. I don't really need to see it, but behind all the clothing, I've got my my late granddad's sewing machine. I still haven't had it serviced and used it yet. I still haven't serviced my own machines, but maybe this will be the year. I've got my sewing box, which has obviously got some bits and pieces in it. And then I've got this massive stash of like sort of super retro patterns that a work colleague gave to me. I don't know, I assume she'd been collecting them whenever, but never used them. Asked if I wanted them. I was like, yeah, sure, you know, why not? I'm sure I will either use them at some point or give them on or whatever. Anyway. And then in this, oh, sorry. This cupboard here on the end, this is pretty much all sewing. So let me just get rid of this. So in all of the drawers, I have different fabrics. I've tried to kind of group them together. So I've got like wax prints in there, some thicker cottons in there, and some little small pieces of cotton. And then in here, I've got some more either like cotton or viscose, some of like the canvasy materials, which was from IKEA. I still haven't used those yet. So that's in there. Some of these are just like offcuts. I've got some stretch fabrics in here. There's only a few in there because obviously they're quite thick. Again, these are the same, some more stretch fabrics. Again, some of it's just offcuts like this one. I really do need to start using these. And then same with the top. I think this is just a bit of a hodgepodge actually. Some offcuts some fabric that was gifted to me. And then I think I've got like some, that's my Atelier Brunette fabric. Yeah, so anyway, so different bits and pieces of my my fabrics. Then I've got my Project Mountain. Excuse the loo rolls. I should have taken them out. I'm going to make Parker a little like puzzle feeder thing. So I'm going to cut these at different heights to put treats in to make her work for it, because to help just stimulate her mind and stuff. I feel that would be good for her. But yeah, so they're my project like bags and repairs and stuff that need doing, or alterations or whatever. Some bits that I need to do stuff with, some random yarns and just bits of crap or whatever. And then up here I've got a couple of these, oh crikey, and these are some more fabrics. These are some of my, I guess, ones that I like more. My favorites. These are my favorites that I've put into these baskets. Oh gosh, sorry if this is making you seasick. Yeah, I've put into those because they're what I would like to use first. I'm just gonna flip you back around. Yeah, so that's my new storage area. So it works, it all is nice and tidy away. So I don't see it at all with the cupboards closed. Obviously it's not any sort of chaos. It's just nice and tidy and cleared, and yeah, so quite how I like it. So very pleased with that. So yeah, and as I said, I'll pop a snapshot of my space downstairs. So yeah, that was the biggest thing about last year, I guess. And yeah, I just need to get my Sojo back and start working through my fabrics and my projects, etc. I have been making a fair bit of progress on my cardigan. I can't remember where you saw where I was last at the last time I did a video. I don't know where I was at, but I pretty much I've got all the front and back. I'm just finishing the bottom band, and then I'll be going up and around, and then I'll be doing the sleeves as long as I have enough yarn. I'm a little bit concerned about that, but that's another story. I'll probably show you that on another video because it's all tucked away down here. I have a little yarn thing just there. Anyway, so yeah, that's I don't want to make this too long. I'm not going to be editing the hell out of this. So I'm not going to be removing every whatever, just because I want to try and make it fairly quick and easy. So I am encouraged to keep going. I think the longer that I try and spend on editing, the more stressful it gets. And then I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered. So at the moment, I'm just going with whatever is going to keep me going. Anyway, so yeah, so that's it for this one, really. I just wanted to come and say hi. I'm going to be hopefully back here more often now and just show up and do it, because yeah, I do really enjoy it. So, and I hope you enjoy me being here. To be honest, even if you don't, I'm still going to do it because it just also helps me document what I have made. I can sort of keep a track. It's just like you're just like an online diary. Dear diary, today I've made. So yeah. Anyway, no, I do hope that you want to connect again, or still, because yeah, I've missed you all, and I'm looking forward to cracking back on. I have bought some patterns and fabric, not a lot because I didn't see the point while I wasn't using them, but mostly like from D-stashes and stuff like that. I have bought some fabrics and patterns and stuff. So I'll probably do like a mini haul video just to sort of show you where I'm at with some new bits that I've got. Then is that on my list? Oh, it is on the list. I'm also thinking of doing, or attempting to do, the Make 9 again this year. If you've been following me at all in the past, obviously, I've never completed like all 9 before. I think the last one I did, I don't know if I even did one, but I'm going to have another go this year and see how I get on, and try and pick stuff that I'm like, yeah, this is on my make, this is what I want to make, this is on my makes list. I've started and I've got about 6 ideas down so far. I want to go through some of my patterns to see. I've like, same with my baskets of my favorite fabrics, I've also got a folder of some of my favorite patterns, or like ones that I want to sort of make like before others. So I'm going to go through that folder and see which of the, sorry, I'm fiddling. I'm going to go through that and see which of those I might want to put up onto my make 9. There's a couple on there that I've put on there already, which I don't have the patterns for them yet. So I'm going to keep them on there, I think, as long as nothing else takes like front seat over them. But with the thought that I can change them if needs be. If for some reason I haven't been able to get the pattern, like, I don't know, like I've changed my mind, I can't afford it, whatever. If for some reason I'm like, oh, this just isn't going to happen, I will probably switch it out for something else. I'm going to be a bit more relaxed with this make 9 than what other people may be, or what the rules are. I don't remember what the rules are, if there are rules. Oops, sorry, go on, stop fiddling. But yeah, so I think I'm going to have a go at that. And I'm going to see, I'm not obviously going to be stupid and just throw myself into every challenge that comes up, because I know what I'm like and I don't have a lot of follow through. But I mean, although I'm trying to change that this year, I don't want to overwhelm myself. I am going to keep an eye out and see what challenges are going on. I know there's normally one for like a summer challenge, so for summer or something like that. In the past, there's been like dress, shirt dress, whatever. And if that happens again this year, I might try and sign up for that, depending on what the item is, if it's something that I would want to make. I might try and do that. So I just to try and get a bit more involved in the community again, because to be honest, I've not even really been on Instagram that much. Not for actual posting on my feed. It's been more just like stories, and not even me. Like I remember I did this whole like, oh, I'm going to start speaking on stories, I want to be here a bit more, blah blah blah, and then I think I did a couple of posts and then that was it. So I kind of want to start, you know, reintegrating myself into the sewing and crafting community again. And I figure doing some just fun challenges, no pressure, will be a nice way to do that. So yeah, if you follow me on Instagram as well, you know, come and say hi or something, I don't know. So yeah, I'm just talking like absolute nonsense now. I'm going to stop there before, because I did want this to be short and I have no idea how long this is now. Yeah, so I hope you're all okay. And if you're not, that's okay. Just keep going. I believe in you. And I hope that this was okay. Oh my God, I feel like an absolute novice again. It's the strangest thing. But we've all got to restart somewhere, right? Right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to say goodbye. If this was okay and you liked it, feel free to give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you here soon. Yes. Done. Cut. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.